just what I needed tonight after the 3 weeks I've had, I think. Wonderful, marvelous, you should care for me. Dark night, paradise, what I like to see. You made my life so glamorous. You can't make me feel it amorous. It's wonderful, marvelous, that you should care for me. It's wonderful.
Dorothy Squires has always inspired extraordinary loyalty in her fans and enthusiasm in her audiences. In her long career as a singer, she's known success and the wilderness. She's been in and out of the hit parade many times, and in and out of the newspapers too. A highly controversial character, she's attracted as much publicity away from the microphone as in front of it. Court actions and legal battles, her own battle to assert her star quality when promoters didn't want to know, the public acrimony between her and Roger Moore, all freshly described in her autobiography, Rain, Rain, Go Away.
The only reason I wrote this book was to put the record straight. I was so sick of having mud flung at me. I was being smothered by it. And I was so sick of the garbage that I was reading and the things I was hearing. So I just had to get that book out to vindicate myself.
Dorothy's undertaken a nationwide appearance tour to promote the record released with her book. She says she must because the normal radio and television outlets aren't available to her. Indeed, she's been saying for 10 years that for some reason the establishment in the entertainment business is anti-Dorothy Squires. This led to the famous occasion 6 years ago when Dorothy hired the London Palladium off her own bat and achieved a sellout and a considerable personal triumph.
We have a tremendous monopoly in the business. We have one of the most devastating monopolies in show business as such. It's frightening.
In Britain?
In Britain, certainly. I've worked in practically every country in the world, and I've never known a monopoly. And, incidentally, I have taken the monopolies very much to task. They can't hurt me anymore. They mean me. Now, there are no theatres. They can't hurt me. I don't suppose I'll ever televise for the people I'm talking about. I'm mainly talking about the establishment. In other words, Lord Griggs, Lord Delphant, and Leslie Griggs.
Well, why didn't your face fit?
How does one know? You see, if you dare say, how dare you be a success and hire the Palladium and back it and prove them wrong? I've done nothing to them. But you can't do that. I was knocking my head against a brick wall. And one of the questions, because that was a night I shall never forget in my entire life. It was sold out in 12 hours. I had already booked the Grand Theatre in Wolverhampton, and I was driving along Old Kent Road one day, and I was going into the record company. I had an appointment with the managing director, and I heard a screech of brakes, you know, and it was me. I was almost into the back of a bus, and I said to I was talking to myself. I said, what am I doing in the Grand in Wolverhampton? I'm going to hire the Palladium. I've been in the charts for 15 months with 3 records. That means the public want me.
She is a great singer. We like her.
Yeah. Can you come over here? Just why are you here tonight?
Well, because we like her. I think she's absolutely smashing. And we hope she'll have a good comeback.
And you?
Yeah, she is marvellous. That's why I've come. She's a very good singer. I think so.
If anybody wants a ticket to go anywhere in London, they come to you. What about a ticket for here tonight?
Well, I think it's almost impossible. I've never seen anything like it. This is fantastic. I think that what Dorothy Squires has done is the greatest thing what the entertainment world has needed. She's been a lone wolf, so the Delphants and everybody have said, and she's proved everybody wrong.
Now, if I could buy a ticket tonight, what would I have to pay for it, do you think?
I think you'd have to pay about £10 or £15.
There was a big press conference afterwards, and I was in the Palladium for 2 hours after. And a lot of the press guys, press gentlemen of the press, they wanted some answers. And Jack Lewis of the Daily Mirror said to me, and I quoted on the LP of that particular sleeve of 1970, the London Palladium 1970, I quote Jack's question and my answer. And he says, Dorothy, do you think you've knocked the wall down? Do you think you... I said, I haven't even chipped it. And I hadn't. And I don't give it... I couldn't care less. But I have proved that if the public wants you, they'll come in and see you.
But does the other hold good? Are you suggesting that no matter whether you're talented or not, there is an establishment that will get you through?
Listen, I'm an authority on that. I have talent on bills with me that it's frightening. They're never going to see the light of day. They'll be playing these clubs and theatres as the second and first turn. They'll never get out of it, because if they're not, their face doesn't fit, they'll never become a star. I don't know where they found some of these pictures, you know? I never knew they... I never knew they existed. But that was my brother's age.
Yes, it didn't stay there, but we presumed. Yeah.
He died at 32 with a kidney disease.
Who was that?
My brother.
Who was that?
Captain Squires.
Is that his daughter that sings with you?
Yes, it is. Emily. Yes. His mother... My father's great aunts were all with the Madame Patty opera company. And my mother's side, if you could call it show business, it was in the fairground business, you know.
How did you start singing then?
Well, I guess from about 2.5, really, Vincent, and that's how the title of this book, the book I've written, my autobiography, came into it.
Rain, Rain, Go Away.
Yes, and which is the title of the new LP as well. When I was a kid of about 2.5, all the tea baths in Wales, you know, toilets were out in the garden. They were always embellished with lovely, beautiful rose trees, you know, and they are in some remote parts of Pontyberem and all that. They still have them in the garden, you know. So it was pouring with rain, and I can remember it distinctly. And I put my hand up on the wall and I said, Rain, Rain, go away, little Nana wants to pee. You know, because everybody applauded. And the ham even then came out, you know. So because they laughed and applauded at that, that little ditty always became a sort of, it was synonymous to me. This is why I put it down. This is why I titled the book. Because before I did anything like play or laugh or cry, Rain, Rain, go away, little Nana wants to cry, I'd sing this ditty before if I was going to cry, I'd sing it. That rainy day is here.
After we've gone over the bridge, then we must...
the Clifton Bridge in
Yeah.
Bristol, yeah.
No. It's the Severn Bridge. We've got the toll bridge, the new toll bridge.
Do you know, I don't know where I am. I've been to Glasgow, Newcastle, and now we're coming into Wales, my lovely Wales.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, where do we go from there?
From here, we've got the PA in the record shop. What's the name of that shop, Peter? Howells.
Where's that, Peter? In Cardiff?
Then we've got to go very, very quickly down to I can't say it.
Llanelli.
Thank you very much.
That's where I was. I wasn't born there, but I lived there most of my life before I left, you know.
And then we have this...
I hope my aunt will be waiting for me there. My Aunt Sophia and my cousin, Auntie Martha.
Did you warn them?
I did. They've got some lava bread for me, you know. Oh, it's the seaweed there that they eat down here. Have you not tasted it?
You're serious?
Oh, I'm not serious. It's delicious. I'm not feeling that. Look at that view you've got over there. What's that, Bury Port, is it?
No, that's Peg Cloud, the other side.
That's where they get all the cockles from.
Yeah.
That's the gower. Is that where they get the lava bread from? Yes.
And that's Pembury and Buryport.
Oh, I see.
Got a cup of tea?
Yes.
I won't be 5 minutes making a cup of tea.
Well, I love you, little house.
Definitely, Dorothy feels she's coming home, and she certainly gets a big welcome. She left Wales when she was no more than a girl, and her homes have been in America and London. But she's still remembered here, where she earned her first sixpence singing with the ukulele to the miners of Pontevero.
Oh, Auntie Winnie. I said my auntie lives up. You come on in the room. There you are, David John.
From the start, Dorothy was determined to be a singing star. At 14, she left Wales with her ukulele and £3.10 in her pocket to live with a girlfriend in Battersea, determined to accomplish that most difficult of tasks, breaking into show business. It didn't happen overnight. She sang when she could, but for a period worked as a nurse.
Now to keep the story moving, we skip the years between, and you see me now in London, starry-eyed and just 16. I was on a day trip to the city, full, wild ambition. Now you see me here in London. I was starting out on my first audition, and I often thought of giving up and calling it a day when times were hard and my money was so short and my home in Wales was so far away. And then chance took a hand. It was destiny indeed that led me to that great songwriting talent, Billy Reed.
The meeting with the